up, Hello Gilbers? Welcome to my live call in my one and only gym. And tonight's video I'm talking about be the upline you wish your upline would be. Those of you that don't know me, how dare you? Nah. I've been in network marketing for over 40 years, and I share a lot of what I've learned on my journeys on these live calls. I started in this business totally broke. I had to sell a junk truck to get started, put $200 into my business, and last 27 years I've been full-time in network marketing. It's awesome, love it, and I hope you experience the same joy. I'm coming from my gym here at the house, so just doing, trying to stay with some kind of workout program so I can keep going. That's the key thing, is keeping going, keeping your health in good shape, improving, good supplements, good exercise, good workouts, and don't get the coronavirus, okay? You've been hearing about that all the time. Aren't you sick of that? And who else have we got joining? We'll acknowledge a few others. Let's see, who else is going to come out of the woods and join us? Very good. So here's the thing. This comes up a lot. Steve, nice to see you. Is the question, just people question about, their uplines, and oftentimes they want to switch lines or switch sponsors, and they expect things from their upline, and some of that's not realistic and some of that is realistic. Some of it is appropriate and some of it just isn't. It just isn't. So, but I titled this, Be the Upline You Wish Your Upline Would Be. Because a lot of people complain about it. They really do. Some have unrealistic expectations as to what an upline is supposed to do. I mean, some literally think, well, if they're going to get paid on me, they should do the work. Okay, but it's not exactly fair, is it? Because we join network marketing, and the word work is in network marketing, work. So that's what we have to do. We have our own responsibility. But where does, the uplines, where's their responsibility? And do they have a responsibility? And what can we learn from it? Even if they're not doing it, and they're not doing the things that they should be doing. Nice to see you, Vicky. Let me ask you this. Do you like your sponsor? Got to be careful. They might be on this call. Or some of the people in your upline. Or, do you dislike them? You can put it in your comments, especially if they're not going to read it. See, my sponsor never gets on these calls, so I can say anything, right? Anyway, but the thing is, how do you feel and think, and why do you feel and think the way you do about them? It's important because people, they start, it's an important matter, because it matters basically because what we generally want or expect from them is what we should be giving to our team. And if we're not getting it from our upline, then, and we're critical of that, are we giving that to our team? In other words, are we being the total opposite of well, thank you, Yvonne, of what your sponsor is doing? So we have to look at that. You know, people start judging you, by the way, your performance as a sponsor, as an upline, from the first time that you prospect them. You know, a lot of times we think people aren't interested, and it's really a test to see if you're going to be the kind of sponsor they would want to go under. Think about it. So I give you an example, and I've mentioned this before in my calls. I can remember back in March of 1993, and I answered 100 ads. They did that back then, in USA Today. Out of 100 ads, out of 100, there were 10 that followed up in the sense that they mailed a package out to me. Now, they didn't call me, just sent out a package, 10 of them. Out of those 10, not one person followed up. And out of those 10, I decided on one of those companies. I said, that's going to be the company for me. That's going to be the company I'm going to work. Well, I said, but I don't know that this person would be a good sponsor. I don't know anything about this person. And I've been in companies before where the sponsors were just totally lousy. I mean, lousy, right? And so I thought, okay, I'm going to be fair about this, and I'm going to give this a week. And so I waited 1 week to see if that person would follow through. Not a word. She didn't do it. I'm going to tell you, that cost her a 6-figure income, and she doesn't even know it. Heck, I'm still waiting on her call. She didn't know it, but it cost her a 6-figure income, because that's exactly what I went on and I did after that. Because that person did not follow up and follow through with me. I thought, if she can't follow up and call me on the phone, get to know me, she thinks I'm just going to fill in my information and send that application in. That's what we did back then. We mailed them in. No, I'm not going to do that. I want to know who I'm going under, what kind of person I'm going under, what kind of support I'm going to get. There's nothing wrong with expecting support. That is totally appropriate. It is. Now, I'm not asking a person to do the work, right? We don't ask our upline to do the work. We ask them to support the work. But it's amazing to me how many people make money in this profession and they don't even do that. They don't even do that. And so she didn't do that. She didn't follow up. She didn't follow through. I waited 1 week. I said, no way. I'm not doing this again. And so I picked up the phone. I called the company and I said, what's the name and phone number of your #1 income earner in this company? And I called them up and I said, I'm going to make you feel real good today. I'm going to make you, really feel awesome today. And they said, why is that? Because I'm going to sign up under you. He said, well, I'm not taking people right now front line to me. I said, wow, too bad. You just missed out on a lot of money. And he said, really? And I said, really? Now, be honest with you, I didn't know what I was going to do. I had a lot of desire, but I can tell you that I didn't have like a full bulletproof plan. But I'm going to tell you, the majority of what makes this work is faith. Faith and a burning resolve. It is certainty. You know, Tony Robbins talks about 6 human needs. These are the most powerful needs. One of those is certainty. And I was very certain that I was going to become very successful in that company. Now, by the way, at that time, they already had 300,000 distributors in the United States. 300,000. And I shot up in the top 12 in that company. In the top 12. And I did that within a few years, but it didn't take me that long. Within a few months, I started rocking it out. And so the thing is, what did I expect? from my upline. I expected that person to follow up, follow through, give me some support, not do the work for me, give me some direction. When I got questions, if I got somebody to talk to, they're going to be there. That's what I expect, and that's appropriate. So there's nothing wrong with it. But let's just say that your upline's not doing that. They're not doing, the thing the woman was. And again, keep in mind, that cost her a 6-figure income. She didn't even know it. She didn't even know it. All right, so if your upline is not an example of that, what should you do? Well, you could quit, you could get out, but here's the thing. If you already got a downline established, why would you do that? Because if you want to go under the next superstar in your company, and you don't know that that person is going to support you. I find that when most people make a move to another line, they don't do anything. No good ever comes from it. It's a fact. And most companies, they require that you stay out maybe as long as a year. How can you put your future off for a year? I knew a woman that had that very problem. Now, she had a very good reason to leave her upline or leave her company, was because they were absolutely persecuting her. I mean, they were just relentless on the negativity, trash talking, and all that. And it went on too long. So she said, you know what? I can't change lines, but I'll change companies. So that's what she did. So the thing about it is, we can learn a lot of lessons from this. Again, be the upline or be the person that you wish you're up on. Now I'm mixed up. That's after a workout. Be the kind of person you wish your upline would be. That's what happens when I've been pumping weights. Be that kind of person that you wish your upline would be. So if they're not that person, then you be that person. And give that support to your people. Don't let them say that about you. You don't want that. You don't want that kind of talk going on. So ask yourselves, what is it that you look for in in your upline? Some things that you needed that either they're giving you, they're doing a good job, or they're not. You could even mention it in your comments if you want. But be that kind of person. Make sure that you're giving that. So are you available, for example? Now, here in just a little bit, I've got to do a 3-way call with a new leader in my team somewhere in my downline. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to be available for that person. So be available for your people. Now, they need to know who you are. Not everybody in your team will know who you are. I can remember back in the early 90s, I used to mail out newsletters to my downlines. And I always have my phone number on there, say, hey, reach out to me anytime. You got somebody you want me to talk to, you got questions, things like that, I want to support you. I mean, I was tenacious when it came to support because I knew how important that was. And it makes sense, doesn't it? Because these people are out there making me money. Why wouldn't I support them? So be that kind of person. Make sure that you're available. Make sure they know who you are. You have a back office. Different companies have different quality back office offices that you can take advantage of. You can look in there. You can go back there. You can get phone numbers. You can call people. You can email, maybe possibly to your entire downline. So, look for that. For those tools that you can use to communicate better with your team, to be available. And so pour it on. I'll tell you what, you can never give enough of that. Here's the other thing too, make sure that, you give commendation and praise. If you're not getting that from your upline, again, you got a choice. You can let it make you bitter and you can fester and it can become a whirlwind of negativity. And it's going to swallow you up and you're not going to be effective. You're not going to produce. Or you can say, you know what? I'm going to be the kind of person I wish my upline would have been or could have been. I'm going to be that person. And I'm going to be an example of it. And just do that. And when you see people in your team doing great things, call them out, sing their praises in your Facebook group. Send them a message, send them, or call them if you can. If they're long distance, or I mean, if they're overseas, then see if you can do a Zoom call with them, a nice video chat. Say, hey man, I just want to say you're just killing it. You're crushing it. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being on my team. Gosh, I want to know what you're doing. What are you doing to create all these numbers and all this, or how you got to that next rank, that new rank you got. I mean, you're just killing it. I really appreciate you. So make them feel that, or you can use words like, hey, I believe in you. I had a conversation. I was in the grocery store today getting some things, and one of my leaders called me, just, I'm an awesome girl. Awesome girl. Thank you, Susan. And, I could tell, I said, hey, I can tell in the tone of your voice, your state is not exactly positive. Yeah, she talked about it and all that, and we came up with some ideas about how to deal with the problem. But the last thing I said to her is, hey, I want you to know, I believe in you. I believe in you. I'm going to tell you, those words have incredible impact on people when you tell them that. When you tell your leaders in your team, I believe in you. You're an awesome leader. You don't have to say a lot, but boy, if you say those few words, just a few words like that, that has an incredible impact on them. And it brings them up. It makes them feel more confident, gives them more certainty. We talked about that. Certainty is very important. We need to have that. So we can help our leaders they'll perform better if we can just tell them we believe in them. So that's the thing that, I wanted to share with you is be the kind of person that you wish. I mean, you can leave in some of your comments. I don't think I saw, let me see, some of the comments. You can leave it in your comments, some things that you would like to see in an upline, or you are seeing and you appreciate that. I'll comment on it later and then get your opinion on that. But be that kind of person. Be the kind of person that people are going to sing your praises. Oh man, they're going to make other people jealous, saying, I wish I had that kind of upline, But you be that kind of person, because you can do it. It's a matter of just really developing emotional intelligence. So you might know your product, you might know your compensation plan, but are you emotionally intelligent with your team? And your leaders are different emotionally. Guys, you need to listen to this. We're doofuses when it comes to this. I mean, I can come home and my wife can be in tears about something the kids did. I'll go, yeah, I get that, but why are you crying? Okay. Or there's a problem and they want to share it. Men want to fix it. They always want to fix it. Woman doesn't always want it fixed. They just want to talk about it. They want some empathy. They don't want it fixed. So, emotional intelligence, guys, with our female leaders. And keep in mind, 80% of your business is driven by women. So, we need to get better in that department of understanding what's going on. And, just like I said, I got a call from just a great one. She's an awesome leader, and a lot of times they just want you to listen, not fix it, but tell them they're awesome, and really mean it. In my case, that I meant it, but I'm just saying, most important. But a lot of people are very ignorant. Their emotional IQ is they have no IQ. All right. Yeah, I'm in a hurry right now. Hey, when are you going to hit that next rank? See if you push it, I mean, just, work a little harder, get your leaders to look a little harder. Yeah, I got to go. I'll talk to you later. Now, that's typical. That's your typical run-of-the-mill network marketer today. No emotional IQ with their team. So again, If we see that in our upline, we see that in our sponsor, then be the person you wish your upline, was. But they're not. But you be that person to your team. And show that where you can emotionally connect with your leaders. I couldn't tell you how important that is. Read the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie. If somebody said, well, Jeff, if there was only one book I could read, and that was it, to be good in network marketing, what would it be? It would be that one. Because it's all about relationships. It's all about developing people skills. I remember one of the lines I read in that book. It said, people, get this straight. People are not interested in you, but you better be interested in them if you want to succeed. And that's how you get people to be interested in you, is you take an interest in them. Take an interest in your team. Take an interest. Don't be in a hurry when you get on the phone with them to get off the phone. Mingle. Spend some time with them. Get to know them. I hear some people say network marketing would be so great if it wasn't for the people. Does that sound like a person with emotional IQ? I don't think so. But that's, again, a common thing. It's like we want people to perform, but we don't want to understand them. We want them to go out and make us money, but we don't want to connect and have relationships. Oh, really? And how long did you plan on getting paid off this team? I mean, I've been getting paid off mine for 21 years. And I work very hard to give value back to them. So just work on that. Just work on that. Connect with them. And even if you can't get out, if you're in countries where the coronavirus has got you, like in China or like Italy, where you can't get out, it's okay, but you can do Zoom calls. You can FaceTime. You can use a telephone. You can connect. You can still keep a team very much alive by telling them special things about themselves. Saying, hey, I appreciate you. I noticed this about you. So think about those thoughts, and I look forward to giving you some value tomorrow night. Now I got to get on a call and do some support. I got to be available, right? I got to live my message. So I love all of you guys. I'll talk to you soon.